Greetings, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. I'm Jakumar Mohanachandran, the Chief Research Officer at IMCAS. I've been in the industry for the last 25 plus years. I've been always passionate in driving technology that can propel businesses towards success. CI as a service, CAS is your ultimate destination for all things related to technology and information. If you are embarking on large-scale projects or seeking specialized expertise or require any consultation for your endeavors, CAS is your go-to solution. We work very closely with you, offering deep expertise and leveraging decades of experience to deliver optimal solutions that is being tailored to your enterprise needs. I head the research division of CAS, and at CAS Research, we operate with a lot of integrity and transparency, and that's the very core of our research. With a wealth of multiple years of experience, CAS Research has ingrained stringent policies and standards at its core. We have been creating research purely focused on technology, creates an environment where neither clients nor vendors can sway our research. Earlier part of this year, you might have seen our research that came out, which is related to Middle East Industry Insights 2024. And that's been well received by the community. And here we are now with a detailed breakdown of those industry-wide reports related to healthcare, oil and gas, retail, insurance, so on and so forth. So guided by our world's best practices, we maintain objectivity in ensuring clients cannot purchase research coverage or favorable opinions. Our dedication to independence empowers us to make bold calls, exercising full control over our research agenda, evaluations, and conclusions. I just wanted to let you all know that there's been a lot of meticulous planning and activities that went behind all our research just to ensure that the quality is not compromised. And we purely focus all the time on qualitative information rather than quantitative data, including proprietary insights to inform that we come up with the right kind of data points for you to take any decisions. The advantage of relying on with CAS research will be you will get a comprehensive insights into the latest tech trends customized to your business needs. We can arrange strategic consulting sessions. You will be a part of our event, when we do the research readouts. You will get the early market predictions and also access to our expert network. So with this, I would like to conclude and hand it over to our lead research analyst, Shoaib Chowdhury, who will take you through the deep dive of today's webinar, which will actually focus on one of the industry. And from here onwards, please do thoroughly enjoy the session and do share your feedback. We look forward to working with you very closely. Our deliverables are designed to empower your business with the knowledge and strategies that needed in this digital age. So looking forward to work closely with each one of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jay, and good morning, everyone. I'm Shoaib and affiliated with CAS as the lead research analyst. And today I'm present here to walk you through the comprehensive analysis report we have prepared in reference to the role of IT in supply chain. In this report, we'll be shedding light on what the current state of digital transformation and integration is in the supply chain sector, and also highlighting the key trends, challenges, opportunities, and future forecast. So to begin with, the research methodology. To ensure accuracy and relevance of our findings, we meticulously designed and implemented our survey. Our research methodology started with defining the scope and target population, which included various stakeholders in supply chain management across the Middle East. We structured the survey of questions to capture detailed insights and then deployed it to a wide range of participants. This was followed by rigorous data collection and analysis, ensuring that our results are both reliable and actionable. Speaking about the demographic overview, let's begin by understanding the demographics of the survey, in which we included over 150 participants from the supply chain management roles across the Middle East. Specifically, 34% of the respondents were from Saudi Arabia, 30% from the UAE, 14% from Kuwait, 12% from Qatar and 6% from Oman, while the remaining 4% from the other regions of the Middle East. These participants held diverse roles with their organizations, including 14% IT directors, 40% chief technology officers, and 46% chief information officials. Additionally, 86% of the respondents were male, while 14% were female, providing a well rounded perspective on the integration of IT in supply chain management. Supply chain visibility and transparency are crucial for operational efficiency and decision making. The CAS survey results indicate that 92.8% of respondents consider real time visibility into supply chain operations as either extremely or very important. Specifically, 66.7% rated it as extremely important and 26.1% as very important, underscoring the critical role of visibility in management supply chains effectively. Regarding predictive maintenance, 51.2% of respondents have extensively implemented predictive maintenance solutions, highlighting the growing consumer demand for convenience and safety. Additionally, 28.6% have implemented these solutions to some extent, while 13.3% are considering it, and 6.9% have no plans for predictive maintenance. Sustainability is becoming a core value in supply chain management. The CAS findings show that 79.7% of respondents deem sustainability and environmental responsibility as either extremely or very important to their supply chain operations. To be precise, 42.5% rated it as extremely important and 32.7% as very important. This highlights the certainty of sustainability in business strategy. In terms of renewable energy adoption, 56.2% of respondents are using alternative energy sources in their operations, with further 37.1% considering it. This indicates a significant move towards reducing reliance on traditional energy resources. However, 27.8% report using renewable energy with limited success, and 6.7% have no plans to adopt alternative energy sources. Automation and robotics are key drivers for modernizing supply chain operations. The CAS survey indicates that 90.2% of respondents regard automation as extremely or very important. To be precise, 53.4% consider it extremely important and 36.8% very important. This underscores the critical role of automation in enhancing supply chain efficiency. Despite the benefits of automation, job displacement remains a concern. While for 24.1% of respondents view job displacement as a significant concern, 42.5% perceive it as manageable, indicating ongoing efforts to balance technological advancements in workforce implications. Additionally, 23.7% see no applicable concern and 9.7% have not implemented automation. Data analytics and predictive insights play a critical role in supply chain decision making. The CAS survey shows that 83.3% of respondents consider data analytics and predictive insights as either extremely or very important. Specifically, 44.7% rate them as extremely important and 38.6% as very important. This highlights the crucial role these technologies play in optimizing supply chain operations. In terms of AI, that is artificial intelligence and predictive analytics, for demand forecasting and inventory optimization, 46.9% of respondents have successfully implemented these technologies, showcasing the sector's forward-thinking approach. However, 31.2% acknowledge the need for improvements, which could point to challenges in data accuracy, model integration, or operational application. Additionally, 21.9% are considering adopting these technologies. Based on the CAS research findings, we have several recommendations for the supply chain management. Enhance skills and training. Companies must invest in comprehensive training and upskilling programs to address potential job displacements and align human capabilities and human capital with new technologies and requirements. This includes developing digital literacy, technical skills related to new automation tools, and soft skills that machines cannot replicate. Embrace real-time data and integration. Investing in technologies that facilitate seamless data exchange ensures that all stakeholders have access to the latest information. This enhances collaborative efforts and enables quick adjustments to supply chain dynamics, optimizing operations and reducing waste. Collaborate with tech partners. Collaborating with technology providers can accelerate the adoption and advanced data analytics. This collaboration can take various forms, including partnerships with software vendors, consulting services, or joint development projects. Expand renewable energy use. Transitioning to renewable energy sources for warehouse operations, transportation, and office space significantly reduces reliable reliance on fossil fuels and decrease greenhouse gas emission. This not only contributes to environmental stability but also results in lower energy costs over time. Looking ahead, the future of supply chain management lies in real time data visibility, automation, and sustainability. Companies in the Middle East that effectively utilize data analytics and predictive analytics will achieve a higher level of responsiveness and adaptability, setting them apart from competitors. The movement towards automation reflects a deeper strategic imperative among the Middle Eastern businesses to innovate and lead in global supply chain management. This commitment to innovation prepares businesses to face the challenges of the 21st century supply chain and positions them as leaders in the digital transformation era. As the global landscape continues to evolve with increasing emphasis on sustainability and responsible business practices, the Middle East's commitment to sustainable supply chain practices will be instrumental in navigating the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century. This commitment will enable the region to contribute to global sustainability goals, foster economic growth, and build resilient supply chains capable of withstanding environmental, social, and economic shocks. In conclusion, embracing technology, digital transformation in supply chain management is not just beneficial but essential for staying competitive and meeting future challenges. By leveraging advanced technologies, enhancing data analytics, and committing to sustainability, companies can significantly improve their operations and customer satisfaction. The insights from the CAS research survey provide a roadmap for achieving these goals and highlight the importance of ongoing innovation and adoption. Finally, I'd like to express my gratitude to the research team and to all the respondents who have been very cooperative with us and who have worked hard on preparing this report. So a big thank you to each and every one of you. And going ahead, we'll continue with the panel discussion where we have got two industry experts to join us and shed some light over the role of IT in supply chain sector. So going ahead with the panel discussion, today we've got two industry experts from the supply chain management sector. Firstly, let me introduce Mr. Riyasat Ali, who's the group head of IT with Rackports. And joining him, we've got Irfanul Haq, who's the director of IT and digital sales with Warehousing and Logistics Services Company. A very warm welcome to both of you. So, beginning with Mr. Irfan, I would like to ask, how are Middle East supply chain companies leveraging IT solutions such as blockchain, Internet of Things, and predictive analytics to enhance visibility, traceability, and efficiency throughout the supply chain from sourcing to delivery?
Thank you very much. When it comes to the challenges in the supply chain industry and the role of modern technologies in it, let's look into the core three challenges that the supply chain is facing these days. One of them is the lack of visibility throughout the cycle, the inefficiencies of and the difficulties in the traceability. For example, we can look into a product being shipped from a location A to location B, and if it's a controlled product that requires specific temperature, you won't be able to see. So these were some of the traditional challenges that the supply chain has been facing. So with the event of new modern technologies, these challenges have become, I mean, almost negligible. I mean, you're able to overcome all these challenges. The modern technology is playing a vital role when it comes to the supply chain, especially technologies like generative AI, technologies like IoT is playing a vital role. For let's take an example of generative AI. With the help of Gen AI, you can analyze large amount of data with instance which used to take days and hours of efforts by manual. So and the basis of, and you can take decisions, quick decisions, informed decisions on the insightful that you will get. And with the help of conversational AI, you will feel that you are not speaking, or you are not I mean you get responses and go deep down into the data based upon the criteria that you define. For instance, take the same example of a shipment moving from point A to point B, or the logistics of an item. So you can ask the Gen AI that what was the trend over the last 1 month, how the freight has been, how the freight has been fluctuating. Then you can go down into it and then get the clarity on it. Similarly, technologies like IoT sensors, you can place them into the shipments, and then from there you can get the alerts. You can get to know what happened on the whole during the whole journey, which will be able to help you out analyzing the data, and you can even do the predictive analysis based upon it. Set up a thresholds for something related to temperature if it's a temperature sensitive shipment, and you will get to know if there is a specific drop into it. So these kind of things will help you out in bringing efficiencies in your logistic whole cycle.
Thank you, Irfan. Thank you. It was really insightful listening to you. Now, turning to Mr. Yasser, I would like to ask what are the main challenges facing Middle East supply chain organizations in adopting digital technologies, and how can they address these challenges to optimize inventory management, reduce lead times, and improve overall operational performance?
The main challenges especially I would like to talk about the digital technologies in the Middle East supply chain organizations. Mr. Irfan also mentioned about generative AI and the modern technologies which are nowadays these are coming up. One of the major challenges for this is the infrastructure limitations. So when we implement these technologies, you need to have specific infrastructure to address to use those latest and modern technologies. Generative AI, for example, it is totally depending upon prompts and the background logic which is assigned to this. And if the prompts and the background logic is not properly designed, you may get wrong results which may be misleading. That takes us to the skills gap. So in order to utilize these technologies, you really need to have skillful people, not only the IT technical resources, but also the users should be well aware of how to use these technologies. If, for example, if an end user is not educated enough to know how to use the artificial intelligence, machine language based models, they may end up in making wrong decisions. Similarly, when these modern technologies are brought in, we are also required to look into the costs of these technologies and their implementation. Costs include the infrastructure costs, of course, but the development costs are also huge. Yes, the technology is available to us, but the speed with which we want those technologies to be adopted or brought into our environment, that requires faster action, and the faster action can come at a shorter. If you want to have that at a shorter time, it will require more dollars to be invested in that. Today's modern work environment, as far as these new technologies are helping us, at the same time, the data security itself is a very major challenge for everyone. All organizations are exposed to the security threats, especially data being the new oil, has become very important for the hackers and the people who may want to exploit that data. So, securing your data is one more area where we face challenges. In order to secure our data, we have to deploy very robust technologies. Considering that the people who are on the other side of um, attacking your assets, they are also equally using these modern technologies. So we need to be fully ready to counter their actions and measures. Within the organization, the user is the biggest component, because if the user does not adopt the technology, then it's useless. And that takes me to the resistance to change. And this resistance to change is again supposed to be an organizational issue which has to be managed by the senior management of the organization, and it should go down to the end user.
Thank you, Mr. Yasir. And continuing to what you spoke about the challenges, I would like to ask, with the increasing complexity and globalization of supply chains, how can Middle Eastern companies utilize IT innovations to mitigate risks, enhance resilience, and ensure compliance with regulatory requirements and industry standards?
Yeah, so in order to mitigate risk, transparency can be brought using the blockchain technology, for example, because within the blockchain, everyone knows what is happening, and there is a clarity of actions which are taken, and you can very well identify who are the vendors who are providing you good service, and you can utilize. I mean, of course, they are also paid properly through the maybe the digital currencies, and the blockchain technology helps in bringing in that transparency. Similarly, you can have, like I mentioned, about the risks involved in adopting these technologies. So you can use analytics for the risk assessment purposes, and those analytics can, predictive analytics can help in mitigating these kind of risks. Similarly, in ports environment, for example, we are using IoT technology in order to have the real-time monitoring of the equipment deployed at the ports. So that can help minimize the risk of error. Human errors are common, so this can be helpful in mitigating that risk. And talking about the enhancing the resilience, visibility from end to end in the supply chain is a very important factor. And when we talk to our customers and we provide them real-time information, or they have access to that information, they have visibility of what's happening behind the scenes. This gives them a lot of confidence. Similarly, for forecasting and optimization purposes, we can use artificial intelligence, and this can help enhance the resilience. For the scalability purposes, nowadays we have the cloud environments. Cloud computing can help a lot in bringing scalability. So you don't have to wait for months and months for the servers to come to you. On the cloud, you can commission a server within few hours time. And similarly, these technologies are very much supported through the disaster recovery solutions, which are also equally available using the same platforms. In order to ensure the compliance, again, there are regulatory compliance management systems which are closely, I think, designed to address those regulatory compliance. And in general, if those controls or compliance requirements cannot be met by a human being, through the systems, you can match and map them, and then you can take out reports and various aspects of those compliance requirements. You can see that. Again, for the sake of compliance, the data security is also possible using the tools and equipment which are offered, especially like the firewalls in order to secure your data, encryptions, and the latest technologies which are available. Standardization of the processes is also one more area where you can use the technology and you can be very well compliant to the various standards. For example, we in our environment, we have implemented a system which can address the requirement of ISO compliance, for example. So you don't need to have the huge documentation work. There may be a flowchart which can answer one of the compliance requirements. And similarly, there are a lot of trainings available for equipping your end users with the modern technology and making them compliant with the cybersecurity compliance. So for the cybersecurity, people can have their trainings done, and you can have the time spent on the training, the type of the training which has been conducted, and even the drills you can conduct using the modern technologies. And then those results can be used as an evidence to show your compliance to the requirements.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yasser. That was very briefly and very nicely put. Thank you very much for that. Moving ahead, I'd like to ask Mr. Irfan that how can collaboration between the Middle East supply chain companies, technology providers, and Logitech's partners drive innovation and foster greater integration and interoperability of IT systems and data exchange platforms across the supply chain ecosystem?
So, very nice question. See, collaboration is the key to drive innovation and fostering the greater integration and interoperability. So, for anything, collaboration is the key. Be it a technology partner, be it a service provider, or be it a customer. If you have a proper collaboration mechanism in place or proper strategies are there, you will be able to achieve goals, results in a better way. So we can have a number of different strategies in order to gain this. So first one of them would be establishing a platform, a collaborative platform where all the stakeholders or all the part of the ecosystem can come together, discuss things, share knowledge, and the best practices that are available. This way, everyone can leverage from others' experiences and how they've been moving ahead in this whole journey. So the first thing would be there should be a proper platform where the information can be shared across the peers or the industry who are working in the same segment or the whole ecosystem. Secondly, in order to have better integration and interoperability, standard APIs should be there. Okay, we should have standard open APIs where we can collaborate, exchange data. Of course, security and other parameters should be there in this whole cycle. But eventually, you should be able to communicate. The system should be able to communicate. It should not. It cannot be. I mean, it has to be a proper ecosystem where your service provider, your customer, and the other facets of the whole ecosystem should be there. For example, port authorities, custom clearance, and everybody who are part of this whole cycle should be available. They should be part of it. So when you link all these together, you will have a proper ecosystem where from A to Z every single a member would be able to connect with each other. This way, you can leverage. Another thing that would be a very critical when it comes to collaboration would be having a strategic partnership, because even though you have collaboration, but if you don't have the strategic partnership, you'll not be able to achieve. I mean, everyone should not be running their own races. So we all have a common, eventually there's a common goal to support this whole supply chain. At the end of the day, if the trade is happening, you need supply chain to manage this trade across different countries, even if we talk about Middle East. So this is something very important for us to have a strategic partnership, and that partnership cannot be just between the service provider, the service provider or the technology company. It has to be with the customer itself also. So a platform, a solution that will have all the dots linked to it would be the key for having this thing done. We should not be leaving out one important part, which is having the regular dialogues, for example webinars, such kind of forums where we will be collaborating with each other at the end of the day. So these kind of things help all the stakeholders to identify, to address the common challenges. So for example, if a company or a service provider A is having an issue and this is identified as a common challenge, so somebody can work on it together with these people, and then they'll be able to bring out a solution that could leverage the whole industry altogether. So this is one thing. And when we talk about collaboration platform, all the things, to keep everyone motivated, there should be an incentivization onto it. For example, if different stakeholders of they are coming together, there should be a way to incentivize them, because that will keep them motivated, that will keep them engaged altogether. Otherwise, the benefit would not be there. One time, I'm very much excited, I'm part of it. Next time I said, okay, so something that could help everyone, incentivizing it in a way will help us to achieve this common goal. So these collaborative efforts will help companies in Middle East, the service providers, the technology companies, to enhance the integration and interoperability of the IT systems, and that will help us leading the whole supply chain operations across.
Thank you very much for that. And lastly, coming to Mr. Riyaz, sir, I'd like to ask and conclude this webinar with a question that what role does data analytics play in optimizing decision making and driving continuous improvement initiatives within Middle East supply chain operations? And how can companies leverage actionable insights derived from data to drive innovation and gain a competitive edge in the market?
I think this question is not only applicable to the Middle Eastern market but global. So decision making, in order to optimize the decision making, you need to have, let's say, real-time data. And why that real-time data is required is to analyze the data for the operational efficiencies. If you have actionable insight coming out of the real-time data, you can take timely decisions, and you can increase your operational activities, and you can deliver more within less time. Similarly, demand forecasting can also be supported with real-time data analysis. We, for example, in the port industry, if we have the proper information available, we can streamline our operations to support the customers as well as the shipping agents who are actually sending their goods and part of the supply chain. Similarly, for the optimization of the decision making, we can also use predictive analysis for the risk management. I talked about the risks previously. So the predictive analytics can help in managing the risk. And for example, we have mobile harbor cranes in our environment. These are like the backbones of load and discharge operations. And if we can get the analytics based on the predictions made by the data. Of course, the predictive analytics are based on the data, historical data available. So the risk of machine failure can be avoided. Likewise, we have the inventory optimization that can also be done through the predictive analytics, and KPIs, etc., can be used for benchmarking purposes, and this way, the data-driven decision making can be useful. Then you are talking about, you asked about the continuous improvement, which is again, uh, if we look at it from the logistics and supply chain point of view, the root cause analysis and for the problem identification can be done using these technologies, and these can be helpful in driving the continuous improvement. Earlier I mentioned about the customer satisfaction. So if we provide the visibility to the customer, you can gain the customer satisfaction, which can be helpful in driving your continuous improvement. And like Mr. Irfan mentioned about the collaboration. So for the purpose of collaboration, if we have the continuous dialogue with the customer and we provide them some insights from our internal analysis and reading, and we mention it to them that those are the areas where they can take some steps and provide some support in order to make good decisions. This can be helpful in driving the continuous improvement. In the supply chain, our suppliers are also important. So if I provide some insights to my suppliers, that can also help in making better decisions, and also the solution can be in a better form. Advanced analytics tools like AI, ML, and business intelligence tools can be used to provide the actionable insights. And again, like I keep on talking about the data-driven decision making. So these can be useful in making those decisions.
Once again, thank you to both of you. Thank you, Irfan. Thank you, Riyasat, for being available on this call and connecting with us and being available for the panel discussion. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting us. It was a very informative session, and I especially thank the team of CAS, who has been instrumental in bringing these kind of platforms and fora for us to discuss and bring our information to our fellow colleagues and customers.
I would like to thank the CAS team for arranging this webinar. It's always good to have such sessions organized so that we can share our experiences across the peers, and all the viewers. So such kind of webinars, events, and collaboration should be done in a frequent way, where we can share our experiences with the others as well. So thank you very much once again for the whole cast.
Thank you very much, both of you, Mr. Riyasat and Irfan, for joining us and shedding such light and sharing your insights with us, which was very, very informative. So thank you once again for joining us, and hoping to see you soon. And with this, we conclude with today's session. I'd like to thank each one of you who are present on the webinar today, and hoping to seeing you forward in the coming webinars. So thank you very much and take care. This is Shoaib signing off from CAS Research. Thank you very much.